So, hey, hi, and welcome back. Uh, First of all, I would really thank everybody who is watching all my vlogs and current videos. First of all thanks to the love that you are showering, as well as the outputs, the valuable insights that you are providing me through your comments. Extremely glad. Uh, so, one of my friends called me, uh, I think, a week ago. I probably think my last video was a week ago. I have uploaded it prior 1 week. After that, I haven't uploaded any sort of a video. So I had a very brief conversation with one of my friends, and he was like that you are taking this topics from basic to complex, but there are certain things that we as a watcher we need to understand a little more. So he told me that you explained uh, the pyramid questionnaire, and I think that there is this one very important topic that often nobody talks, but can you make something for it? And I was like, okay, sure, my friend, whatever. So in our previous video, we were talking about growth versus comfort. And today's topic would be a little bit complex, but I would keep it very simple for all the viewers and the watchers who are watching this. So today's topic is the valid pattern to think. Okay, as an individual, we spend most of our times thinking, contemplating on the things that we want and we won't. But most of the time, like 99% of the time, we think from the state of achievement. We think from the point of success, or that thing is done. We never try to understand that it is just a thought, right? And most of our thoughts, they are working in the state that we keep our mind as a separate entity. Now, we have earlier spoken about this thing, and I won't be repeating this thing. You and your mind is a one entity. So what is a valid pattern of thinking? Okay, let's bifurcate it into steps. First and the foremost thing that you really want to think is, if you take some sort of a task, don't try to think it from the point of achievement. Think all the worst case scenario that might go wrong during the process. Okay, so this is the first thing that you should always try to understand. Make yourself understand that the task that you are going to do is not yet achieved. You are still working on. So when you create worst case scenario, you basically try to understand the loopholes of your thoughts. And not just the loopholes of your thoughts, but you try to understand the different case scenarios where the plan might fail or the task might not be achieved. This is the pattern where you make yourself able enough to contour through whole plan, rectify it, refine it. As I always say, don't achieve or don't make goals on a bigger scale. Try to create small achievable goals. This is what I mean. That the second you are thinking about a task to do, don't keep that task as a major benchmark. Try to shorten it down through small achievable goals. This is where you create the worst case scenario. Second thing is, always think from the point of action, not from the point of emotion. What does it mean? Let's say you have a task of writing a blog on a topic, but since you already are preoccupied by your work, preoccupied with your chores, is that a possible task for you to achieve? Your emotional state for initial few days would be very hyped up and pretty much enthusiastic, but in the later days that enthusiasm will go. That I can do it pressure, that might fade away. So rather than thinking from the point of emotion, think from the point of action. Okay. Now, the third thing is, you always create patterns, create system, not by motivation. Or what do I intend to tell you is that while you are refining your task, make it gullible. Okay, make it very gullible. Create such a pattern that the chances of your achieving that task tends to always be on the brighter side. Make sure that whenever you are thinking, then it should be confirmed that this task I am taking, I am going to do it like 90%. Okay, this was the third point, that that like build systems, build patterns, not from motivation. And the fourth and the very basic state is that be focused, be resilient. Doesn't matter how, doesn't matter why, doesn't matter what. The more resilient you are, the more chances of you thinking in a right direction would be greater. Now, I'm not saying when being resilient is being rude or being arrogant or ignorant. Resilient in the sense that the thought you are putting attention on, that attention should be worth of your time. If I am occupied by some work and my schedule is so tight, is it a right decision for me making reservations? Is it a right decision for me to commit to someone even though my schedule is not empty? Right. So always think from the point of action. Me being on this very stage, I completely agree with a lot of factors that happens during the process. But I also agree that this is an iterative process. This is the process that I do follow while thinking and while taking action. You need to understand the thought. If the thought is appearing in your mind, that means it is coming from some sort of a conviction, some sort of a biases. Now it's on you how independently you want to prioritize that thought, how deeply you want to provide attention towards it, and how efficiently you can turn that attention into efficiency to achieve any sort of task. Me personally, I have built systems, I have built patterns, I have built habits, not for validation but for my own self. This would be the last point of our whole video, that whenever you think, you don't think it through the point of validation. Start thinking from the point of your personal gain. Always remember, this is your plan, this is your valuable time, this is the very valuable juice of your life, which is you are giving, is attention. So the more you keep yourself into the center of everything, the more easier it is for you to maneuver through the dark times, through the tough times. I hope that this certainly brings you an understanding of how to think, how to create patterns for thinking. I hope it helps you. I'll meet you tomorrow with a new video, a new topic. Till then, take care and bye.